Hello and welcome to episode 17 of Operation Bonebox. This is a Delta Green game where we're playing the Iconoclasts campaign set in Mosul in 2016, where our agents are investigating the release of some unnatural entity that is referred to as the Father of War in the in various bits of uh, ancient literature that they have uncovered and read through. Let me start though by introducing my players. Uh, Chris will be with us shortly. He's delayed and we will joining us as soon as possible. So let's go straight to Nick.
Hello, I'm Nick, Agent Pink, our pararescue jumper, and ostensibly one of our shooters, although didn't really show it last session.
That was dice rolls. Marc.
Hi, I'm Marc. I'm playing Agent Sandman, a Green Beret. Also, just getting the ranging in sorted out with pistols, guns, hand to hand, and everything else. So it'll be more exciting as we go on.
B.
Hi, my name's B. I play Agent Hawk. I'm an ICE federal agent and apparently the most competent with guns.
Yep, based on the dice rolling last time. Bruce.
Hi, I'm Bruce. I play Agent Jones, combat archaeologist, and I may yet be competent in combat. We will find out.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And lastly, Tom.
Hi, I'm Tom. I play Agent Farmer, the sensible one who trusts that his team has everything firmly under control.
Yeah, probably clearly a wise move.
Yeah.
Right. So last time, where we Agent Khar had gone on a bit of a reconnaissance to try and undercover type reconnaissance to try and actually let's move to the relevant map while I start to do this.
The word you're looking for, get eaten.
So you're near the Ruins of Nineveh, which is an ancient city in the middle of Mosul. And Agent Khar, it was nighttime. Through your drone observing a house you found, which is here, that you are fairly certain is being used by. Well, what you've traced there is the mobile phone of Colonel Jabiri, who you have great suspicions about. You've been doing various bits of observation, and then you'd also observed various things around here within the ruins from an OP you've got set up here. What then happened is Agent Khar went on a sort of posing as a bit of a simpleton, lost local, possibly someone who's just in shock from the various bits of fighting and shelling that's going on and so on. And he went to try and observe one of these snatch squads that seem to have come out of the house you'd spotted. Unfortunately, that went slightly wrong after a series of very unlucky turns of events, i.e. dice rolls. And he actually ended up being picked up by a three-man snatch team, who led him across a ford here that had a couple of guards on it, and then up this path here, and then around to where you'd observe this shaft here. Now, you've been listening into this with Agent Farmer has you've turned Colonel Jabiri's phone into essentially that's permanently transmitting what you're hearing him talking about. Just to say, by the way, because you've hacked into his phone, I think you'd also be able to tell that his phone is clearly plugged into a socket and charging. Okay, it's on 100% and appears to be being left plugged in and charging.
It's really bad for the battery.
And then you had also, with Khar's knowledge, done the same on his phone. So he's got a mobile phone on him which you're listening to, and so you've heard various bits of conversation between Khar and the Snatch team, and um, he very much played a sort of naive simpleton, someone who, I say, in shock, whatever it was, and was told to climb down to the shaft, and climbed down the shaft, met a guard there, and then eventually pulled some ID showing he was from, I think it was religious police, and demanding what was going on here. At which point he then, I think, I can't remember if he ordered the guy to give up his gun or whether he grabbed it. I can't remember which, but the guy, the guard, just kept saying that Agent Khar was going to die. And while all this was going on, the 4 of the other 5 of you, Agent Jones stayed in the OP, both listening to Farmer's laptop with the feed from the radio coming through. And I can't remember. I don't think you fed the comms from Khar's radio through to from his phone through to your radio net. Have you? I can't remember. I don't.
Can't remember if we did.
I don't think you did. I don't think you did.
No, I don't believe we
you're
ever
muted, Tom.
set anything like that up.
I think we did have. No, we didn't. We only had it on the computer, which Agent Jones
Was monitoring,
was
yeah.
monitoring. Yeah,
But also, everything on your
he was-
computer.
but he was relaying any relevant info.
Yeah. Okay, that was that. But also, that is also being picked up by your base. So Agents Juliet and Steward have also been able to listen on that, and they've also been relaying stuff to you that they're seeing from the drone, but also the feed from the drone is on the laptop as well. Aha!
Uh-huh.
Chris is here, so he's going to turn his camera on, and that's going to.
Can you hear me?
Yep, can hear
Yes.
Yeah.
you. Is your camera on?
No.
Right.
Oh, I just ran upstairs.
Okay.
Plugged everything together.
When you turn your camera on, let me know, because it's going to trigger off all the feeds, and
There
I
you
will. Right. Okay.
There we go.
So
Ooh,
I
you're in the
need to
house.
do a little bit of adjusting. Bear with me a sec.
No.
So that one can go away. Right. That's all gone a bit funny. Right. Okay. Sorry, I'm just going to do a bit of adjusting of who's where. Sorry. So while I'm doing this, I'm going to attempt to multitask, which, as we all know, is a total disaster waiting to happen, but I'll give it a go. So while Agent Khar was off on his recce, Agent Jones stayed in the OP observing, both with Agent Sandman's Dragunov rifle, which is a highly sophisticated Soviet-era sniper rifle, and
It was a highly sophisticated Soviet-era sniper rifle.
it's still a bloody effective weapon. But yeah,
I mean,
It's
did Agent Jones
well
swap
suited
it?
to its job, yes.
and looks like that one's gone tits up. You were also observing what was going on the laptop. While that was going on, agents Pink, Sandman, Hawk, and Farmer approached, with Pink and Sandman leading, and Hawk and Farmer following up. And they approached and took out what the closest machine gun nest sort of guard point. Took those people out.
Display of coordinated skill, the likes of which we've never seen before.
Particularly from Hawk, who was the only one who appeared to be able to shoot straight. Sorry, just bear with me a sec. You actually you killed one and took 2 prisoners, and then as Agent Khar started to take control of the guard, he suddenly heard something which caused him to flee from the shaft that he climbed down, and you started to withdraw. At which point, Pink executed one of the two prisoners, and you've been, but then was prevented from executing the second, and you've been bringing that prisoner along. And what then happened was that Hawk and Pink started to make a move back to the to the OP
Okay.
with the prisoner, and Sandman and Farmer went to try and help Khar. Khar, however, quite bravely, I would say, concluded that he was in far too risky a position to bring whatever was following him, which has turned out to be a sort of almost like a cloud of blackness in the night sky. It's hard to see what it is, but it's definitely a darker patch in the night sky. And so he actually, Khar led that away, and actually you led it past another machine gun nest, which resulted in the people there being shredded by the by whatever this thing is. Okay, and I think you fled rather than watch. You fled. You fled before you saw anything. You more heard screams. And then I think that is where we left it.
Yeah.
No, the one other thing was that who is it? It was Hawk and Pink got back to the OP. Jones had been instructed to get one of the vehicles started, and what Jones has done is he'd gone and actually started both vehicles. And when Hawk and Pink arrived, Jones was not there. Both vehicles had been started, and the Dragunov rifle had been left in the back of one of the technicals. Okay, and that's where we left it. Okay, are we okay to start from there? Any questions on any of that?
I think that sums it up pretty nicely.
Pretty well.
Okay, right. So let's start with Agent Jones.
Hmm,
Why does Bruce look worried?
I know.
So you've observed all of this, and at various points have picked out details using the Dragunov's got a sight on it, and I can't remember if it's got any low light, but using that, it's got low light on it as well. So using that, you managed to pick out a few details, but actually it's all a bit of a confused amount of running around because there are ruined bits of ruined building there and so on. So it's all a bit of a jumble, and you've seen people moving around and stuff like that. And at one point you saw a car, and so on. But you then got instructed to get the vehicles ready to exit rapidly. And you've gone down, got them both started, got then realised you'd left Farmer's laptop back in the OP. So you've gone back and collected Farmer's laptop, and have having dumped the drug because you carried too many things, dumped the sniper rifle in the vehicle, and as you're coming back with the laptop, and I've got an important question. The laptop is still open and well? Do you want the laptop still open and going? So you've got the feed so you can still observe the feed and hear what's going on Khar's phone, the feed from the drone, and what's being said on Khar's phone, or will you have closed it?
So I'm going to have my cake and eat it, because you can close a laptop without turning it off.
Yep. So that means you could still hear things, but you couldn't see the feed from the drone. Okay. Yeah. So
And more importantly, it wouldn't then take time to start up and crash when it started up and all that
Okay.
kind of jazz.
Okay. Yep. So you count that. Okay. As you come back to the vehicles, you see Pink and Hawk have just arrived with a prisoner.
And all I've got to go on is just audio that I've heard, which would have been confusing, and I would have made no sense basically of what had happened.
You've gathered they've got a prisoner because I think that was relayed.
And there was a lot of shooting and fighting, and just
Yeah.
generally.
And actually, you would have been able to see a lot of the because where they took that prisoner from is this machine gun position
Okay.
here. So that was quite in your field of view. That was quite observable. Okay. And
I wish it wasn't.
Yeah, but the three of you. So the three of you are there, and the you've got this prisoner. Now the prisoner, have you zip tied him? I'm not sure.
Yes, we did specify that I zip tied him. Yes.
So is his hands zip tied behind his back or in front of his?
Behind his back.
Behind his back. Okay. And is he gagged at all?
He's not gagged. We just
Right.
cuffed him.
Okay. He turns and looks at Hawk because he's managed to gather that Hawk is the one that stopped him being shot before. And you read a look of surprise on his face as you see Jones coming into this courtyard behind the OP to join you. And there's a look of surprise on the prisoner's face, which rapidly turns to shock and horror, and he starts to scream. The scream of a man in extreme pain.
Can I figure out whether he's doing this in response to any of us or something else that he's like?
I mean,
is there
isn't this the
something
guy that we put 3 bullets
supernaturally
in his
happening
chest?
to him?
Well,
it's like suddenly weird that he suddenly started screaming when Jones comes down
That's
the stairs.
fair.
So is this something that
Yeah,
one
we
of
all
us-
just kind of slow turn and look at Jones
Yeah,
like, what the
right.
heck?
it doesn't
I
appear.
haven't had this effect since I walked into that party in the My Freshers year.
He doesn't appear. He doesn't appear to have seen Jones yet.
Oh,
And his legs
Not him then.
buckle underneath him, and he falls to the ground and starts writhing around on the ground, and sort of foaming blood starts to come out of his mouth.
Oh dear.
Can I make like some kind of medicine to think of? Is he
allow
like?
me.
Yeah.
Suicide pill.
The
Sure.
medic
Not
shall
there, are
do
we?
the medicine check,
Please.
thank you.
Yeah.
We're not there, are we?
No, only present at the moment are Hawk,
So
Hawk,
I will
Pink, and Jones.
I will try to diagnose what's causing what might potentially be causing the seizure.
Right. That becomes it's very clear it's not a seizure, not a seizure, and then it becomes very clear what's going on as blood starts to appear on his chest, and then a little sliver of stone obsidian
Ah, shit.
comes out.
Take cover. Take cover.
Yeah.
Okay.
Run for something that you can't get behind.
All three of you, all three of you,
I dive.
all three of you observe this. Please, can you make me sand checks?
Yep.
No.
Hey,
Yeah,
wow.
that chances.
You can't just say no
Wait,
when I say
wait,
make a sand check.
Is it a sand check because of spooky stuff, or is it a sand check because of violence?
Spooky stuff.
Okay.
Your adapted
I
to
think
violence is not applicable.
Yeah. I did want to double check.
Yeah, fair enough.
I still passed.
So
Jones failed.
There's no need to point these things out with so much glee.
Jones failed.
You failed, Dr. Jones!
You've gazed into the perils of the warp, Dr. Jones.
right. Sorry.
What's so bad about having a high sanity is I've got so much to lose.
Jones loses.
Yeah.
Jones, you lose 2 points as San. Hawk
Holy
and
shit.
Pink, you lose 1 point each.
Why is Pink Sand so low?
I think it's something that came with the adapted to violence thing
I
because I
think-
had to.
Oh,
It's simulating the fact that I had to go through a bunch of sanity checks and lose a bunch of sanity
damn.
to get that.
I
Yeah.
don't think you're as low as me.
Yeah, yeah.
so I'm
That's
losing
I'm getting
one
lower all the
sanity.
time.
yeah. So
Yeah.
so
Yeah, you're rapidly losing it. You're bleeding. You're bleeding sanity at this point.
so yeah. So Hawk
Hemorrhaging.
and Pink 1 each. Jones 2. Okay. And this obsidian shard. You recognise what it is. You have some inanimate ones you found at the Rassam household. It sort of hovers in the air, and it's sort of turning and looking and see at all three of you.
Fucking
We-
Eye of
shit.
Sauron
Like,
is upon us.
Immediately. I need to run for cover. Like,
Right,
I'm not even
uh,
gonna...
I'm going to cut to you away from you three while you figure out what you want to do.
Shoot it!
Sandman and Farmer. So
Possibly
You
with a
were-
grenade.
you were observing, and then I think you started to withdraw. Was that right? You spotted Khar. Then Khar
Yeah.
turned and deliberately ran away from you, leading the unnatural entity away from you, potentially sacrificing himself. And the two of you, I think, then started to withdraw back. Correct?
Yes.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Because we're not silly enough to go chasing after that thing. So,
Okay. And are you stealthing back, or are you just running for it?
I think we were just running. I don't think we were stealthing. We were. We
Can you
were
just
going.
give us a look on the map of where we got to. Just
Yeah.
gives a rough idea.
I don't
I'm
think we were flat out.
because you'd moved from here. I'm going to zoom this in a bit.
We've moved east, hadn't we?
You
Yeah.
had because you'd spotted Khar running sort of southeast from the shaft.
Mhm.
So I think you had moved sort of to
We're
about
running an
here-ish,
east
something
course,
like that. And
Yeah.
then he carried on running away from you in a southeast direction. At which point you started heading back. So what are your
We're not.
what do you? Sorry,
I
sorry,
don't
Tom?
think we were. I don't think we were fleeing. I think we were just going back, like jog, still keeping an eye around us.
Okay.
We weren't panicked.
I'm going to go from cover to cover, to be honest. I prefer not to be spotted.
Yeah. But
Okay.
I don't think we.
So you tactically move back. Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. Okay, right. Okay. So back to the other three with this shard. So this shard sort of hovers there observing you. What do you wish to do?
I'm gonna shoot it.
Take cover.
Shoot it.
Okay. So as you initiate some kind of offensive action, it unfortunately is faster than you,
Oh, good.
Mhm.
and
Well,
it darts, interestingly, at Agent Jones.
But I've got a laptop, a protective laptop.
Okay.
Protective lap.
Ablative laptop, even.
Oh,
Yes.
Farmer.
Farmer.
RIP your laptop.
Andy, is there any way of using the Elder Sign as like a quick kind of spell rather than is its efficacy based on the amount of effort you put into it? So you can go from might knock out a small obsidian shard out of the air all the way up to dismissing a greater being of some plane.
Can we do it
yes.
as a cantrip?
The thing is, you would have had to made it already.
No, you can inscribe it in the air.
Oh, right.
It is
Right.
possible. Hang on a sec.
What could go wrong, right?
Mhm.
Say
At
that.
this point, go for it.
Hang on a sec.
It might be
one
the only
shot.
thing that saves your life.
That and
Might be the only thing that saves all of our lives.
well,
Right.
So it can either be drawn into the air by gesture or inscribed on a sturdy surface.
see, that's probably the chain of thought in Agent Stone in mine is shoot it, shit that thing's fast, laptop, no, Elder Sign! Because I'm clear of thought in a combat situation.
Yeah,
To-
we don't panic here.
To gesture it in the air, it costs you 2 will points and 1 san.
How'd you get will points back?
Rest, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. That sounds good.
I'll have to double
that.
check on that, but I believe rest. Right, and I believe that will take you an action. However, first of all, it flies at you. You may make an attempt to dodge it by or smacking it with the briefcase or something with the laptop. So you've got a dodge skill.
I do?
Please roll that if you wish. If you wish to dodge it as it flies towards you.
Yeah, I think that'll be my initial reaction, and then I will think, well, this is not going to work out well long term. I probably want to actually, do some sort of
Technically, with
magic
this
stuff.
game system, if you are dodging, you won't be able to do that spell next round. But maybe it'll go for a different target.
Next round. Yeah. Do I get any bonus for using the laptop?
No. I'll allow you the roll though.
Thank you.
Oh.
A dodge of 70. My God.
I still failed.
Yeah.
I still
Yeah.
failed my first 2 rolls of the game.
Yeah.
Welcome to the club.
So you can tick
Yep.
that. You can tick that. Remember. Okay.
I can't take my sanity though, which is a little disappointing.
No. So it slashes across your arm and does 1 hit point of damage. Okay. But as such, your action is used by trying to dodge it. So
That's
you don't get to shoot or do a spell or anything. That is your action used up. Because this system is very. You have one action around, and you can either do something or move. And if you react to something, then you can't do something in your next round.
Where do I record hit point loss?
Top of the sheet, isn't it? Your hit points.
Hit points are under derived attributes, right under
Oh, yeah.
your basic
Perfect.
statistics. Yep.
Yep.
I
Okay.
knew I had seen them recently, and was
And when it becomes relevant, your willpower points there as well. Okay.
Yep.
Right. However, both both Pink and Hawk. You said you're shooting at it. What are you shooting at it with?
I'm shooting at it with my AK.
Are you firing a burst or not?
No, not a burst, just a single shot.
Okay. You may make a firearms. If you click on the thing, when you put a modifier, please, of -40.
Minus 40.
Hawk, what are you shooting at it with?
Well, I said I'd take cover and then I was going to shoot, but I don't know if taking cover sort of like somewhere
No,
takes up my action. If
you
not, I can take cover and shoot.
taking cover
the
will take you out of its immediate radius. Do you want to do that?
What, completely?
Jesus.
Like it's not just.
Failure.
No,
Okay,
no, no. As in having attacked, bluntly, having attacked Agent Jones, it's 2 immediately apparent targets are Agent Jones again or Agent Pink, not Agent Hawk, because you've moved away a bit.
Right. Okay. So can I shoot or can't I shoot?
You don't get to shoot this round. Your action is being used up moving.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect.
Okay.
Fine.
So Agent Pink misses. Okay.
Yep.
Keep track of some ammo though, please.
Yep. Will do.
It.
So Andy, in those derived attributes, there's something called breaking point.
Yep.
Will the game tell you when you've reached that, or do you need to let you know?
I keep track of that. I keep an eye on that. That's as your sand goes down. When you get to that point, that's when you have a potential psychotic episode.
Cool. All right.
Okay.
That threshold is notably lower for me than it is for you guys.
I don't. I think Agent Pink is not comparing himself fairly to Agent Khar.
Oh, that's fair. Well, yeah, other than Agent Khar.
Yeah.
But
Right.
Agent Khar, I believe, also started with adapted to violence.
Right. So it sweeps down again and attempts to slash at Agent Jones again. Oh, I don't want that one. I wanted that one. And do you wish to dodge again, or are you going to just take the hit and do a spell so you can do a spell?
Yeah, I'll do a spell.
So you're going to take right. You stand there bravely, starting to incant your spell as it slashes you for a point of damage.
Okay.
Okay. Agents Pink and Hawk, you can fire before the spell goes off if you wish.
I will attempt once more to fire.
Okay.
If I fire and get it wrong, am I going to hit someone?
Not unless it's a critical failure, then I might be an arse.
Okay, no, well that's fair. So is it just you?
Yeah, and minus 40, please, B. So
Okay.
Agent Pink misses.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, and Agent Hawk misses. Right. Okay. Bear in mind, Agent Hawk, I think you fired 2 shots last session, so you.
I'm down to 5 now, so
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
I've
Okay.
taken the thingy off now.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Both shots go wild, but don't hit this extremely small, fast-moving object. Agents Farmer and Sandman, as you're making a move back, you hear some shooting across the night air from the direction of the OP. Both of you are experienced enough to know that direction.
Yeah. Look at each other. Better get back there.
Okay.
Yep.
Agent Jones. So you're going to cast Elder Sign in the air. Yep.
I'm going to give it a go, but that might be modified by you telling me I have to roll against my unnatural, in which case that's
No,
probably
it's not.
worth it.
Right. Expend, please, 2 willpower points and 1 sanity point.
Done.
And then roll me 2d6, please. Do you have to do that for...
slash R2d6?
Yep. Okay. Right. You inscribe this Elder Sign for the first time ever. You inscribe it in anger. Inscribe it in the air.
Panic.
Panic.
Anger.
Panic. Sorry, not anger. Panic. Sorry. Thank you for correcting me.
This is self-preservation, not intent to harm or injure,
Yeah.
just to prevent myself from dying.
And
My death by 1,000 cuts, or in my case, 13.
Right, and it drives back the Elder Sign. It drives back this obsidian shard, and it's sort of, as you're observing, you see it almost turn around and almost try and start to flee, to move away, but it only goes a couple of meters before it seems to lose control of itself, and it falls with a sort of little tinkle clink on the floor, on the ground.
Oh,
Deanimated.
Is it been deanimated or just knocked out? Is it being stunned?
I'm gonna walk over and put a round into it really quick just to make sure.
There's a ricochet.
Well, there's a ricochet off the ground underneath it, but that will be enough to smash an obsidian shard.
Is our prisoner actually still alive, or is he just bleeding out, or because that's
he now has 2 holes in his chest, so probably dead.
Hawk, you're going to check, so you can give me a medical check, please.
Oh, he also got punched in the throat, so like, he's in super bad shape. Yeah, you shot him in the chest.
Was that the one I shot in the chest?
Yes, because I shot the one that got stabbed by Sandman.
He is wounded, yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, can I quickly move up to him and then turn to Pink and say, "Can you help me check this guy out? Because my medicine is 0."
Okay.
You want to check him now?
Right.
When we've got.
Okay.
That's what my character says. Like, just gestures.
Right. So Pink, are you going to check him or are you just going to leave him?
I'm just going to leave him.
Okay.
There. Hawk.
We have bigger affairs to attend to, in Pink's opinion.
Okay. Sandman and Farmer, you come. I think you started to move more quickly, so you come pounding around the corner. The shooting has stopped. As you approach, you start to hear the sound of the vehicles, and then you see the guys there. Okay, and I think it's fairly obvious that Agent Jones has got a couple of slashes on him and bleeding a little.
I am going to check Agent Jones really quick. In fact, yeah, I will blatantly walk past the guy on the ground and go to Jones and check Jones.
Okay.
Can I check this guy's body, like, for stuff?
Yep, certainly.
Cool.
Yeah.
He's got a couple of. He's actually got sort of a couple of mags of an AK-47 for you, the rifle you've got, shoved in pockets and stuff like that, and not much else.
I'm looking more for mobile phones, anything to identify pieces of paper with the master plan on it, that sort of thing.
No, he's got a mobile phone that's turned off. Yeah, he's got a mobile phone. Yep, certainly.
Can I take that and take the battery out?
Yep, certainly.
Put it in my pocket. Cool.
Okay. Right.
What the hell happened here?
Right. I'm
thought you
going
were
to leave you
Black
talking for a sec. I'll be back in a sec. Okay. You, yeah.
Well, that
We're
was
attacked by a
different.
black shard. Have you seen Khar yet?
Yeah. He went running across towards the river, pursued by not a bear, but a big black
that's a real
cloud of
Shakespeare.
obsidian shards. So we need to just like get into the trucks now and see if we can pick him up from the other side of the riverbank, if anything.
Yeah.
If he's still there, not in bits.
Yeah. I do want to get into the trucks and make haste towards a potential swoop rescue of our face.
Just before we go, what's that glowing thing in the air?
The obsidian? Obsidian's
yeah,
been shot and gone.
Now, that funny sort of strange glowing sigil in the air. Is there one
Oh.
there?
Oh, does it
Probably.
stay there?
I don't know how long it
Yeah.
persists.
I'm not even sure if it's visible to the naked eye.
I say,
Yeah, it might just be this like kind of force that you just feel deep in your bones. That's unpleasant. Hence the sanity loss.
I mean, if there is
Agent Jones is a wizard.
If there is a glow, it'd be handy to read at bedtime at night.
Agent
Cast
Jones
it.
has finally awakened to his magical potential.
Oh dear.
Congratulations, Agent Jones. You're a wizard.
Yeah,
now.
he's still a little in shock
House
by both
Slytherin.
being attacked and seeing a guy die in front of him and casting the sign for the first time.
You're a wizard
Well,
now, Harry.
Is this guy actually dead? That's the thing. I turned to Pink and I was like, are we just going to leave him? He might still be alive. What if he can identify us?
I'm sure Agent Pink could probably sort that out within a matter of a.
Oh, and once you say identify us,
away.
I
Yeah,
turn and
I
draw
walk
my
away.
Stitchkin and just shoot him once in the head with the
Oh, you are
Stitchkin.
so Geneva Convention.
Right. Just to say, by the way, one thing. When Agent Pink examined Agent Jones, it's almost like he's been slashed twice with a very, very sharp razor. Yep. It's the sharpness of that
Yeah,
shard is everything that you expected it to be.
Like a scalpel.
Yeah. As I'm
Might have
like
some more
wrapping
samples of that
bandages
for you
up,
later.
I just quip. Cut yourself shaving, Jonesy.
Not entirely. No.
Right.
Oh.
I'm now going to cut to Agent Khar.
Okay.
Pardon
So,
the pun.
Yes.
Agent Khar, where we left you, there was that noise of a closing cloud of
That's all right.
obsidian shards. I think you've sort
Yes.
of figured out what it is. And I needed, I believe it was an athletics check from you, please.
You want another more of them?
Another
it's
one,
not
please.
going well. Okay, so where were we? So I'd not been doing very well at these, but I managed to distract it with the machine gun post. Now, mentally thinking about the layout of this place, am I aware of another machine gun post, bunch of guards, or something like that? I can lead it
You were running a little randomly because if you remember, I was getting you to make navigate checks to try and follow, and you were failing all of those as well. So
yes, I've got it ticked. That means I've been failing it.
yes,
All right.
yeah.
So
So you're not
anyway,
entirely sure.
athletics.
You're not entirely sure where you are. So
Right, okay.
give me an athletics check, please.
Go on. Failure.
Right. Okay.
This may not take long, guys.
As you're running, um, a you turn a corner trying to escape from this pursuing entity, and then as you turn that corner, you realize maybe you went the wrong way or something like that, and suddenly you're surrounded by a whole cloud of obsidian shards, and they surround you and hover, keeping still around you. And but they do not actually strike you.
Right. What are the odds of my staying sane at this moment?
Give me a sanity check, please.
So not high.
Let's find out.
Wild.
You
Wild.
just had to
Why would he need
ask.
that?
A wrong book.
That's a failure.
Oh dear.
Another 2 points of sanity.
Okay, which is enough to take me down to my breaking point.
Is it your now? It's when you reach your breaking point, not pass it. So
Yeah, I've reached it.
So I need to remember what the rules are for that.
Oh
Is it
boy.
madness ensues?
I
This
gotta
may
love
not
it.
last very long.
Gotta love
This
a bit
is
of
one of
breaking
those
point,
wonderful
just romping
deceptive
past it.
systems
Yeah,
that
yeah.
if
romping past.
it's one of those wonderful deceptive systems that if you kind of play it slow at the beginning like we did, and then you get to this bit, you start to realize how quickly the sanity cascade can start crumbling around you.
I wasn't that high to start with, so
Well, no, neither was I.
Have you found it, Andy?
Well, as temporary insanity is when you lose 5 or more points of sanity in a single roll. I think I'm just trying to remember if breaking point is something slightly different.
It's page 68 on the agent's handbook. So when you reach it, you gain a new disorder. Immediately reset your agent's breaking point to your agent's current sanity minus POW.
Okay.
So basically you get a new disorder.
Okay. So that disorder we can work out later, should it become relevant. But reset your breaking point. Okay. But you've not actually gone temporarily insane. Okay. It's which is the stuff that causes you to flee or struggle or submit and so on. Okay. Okay. So have you reset your breaking point?
yes.
Right, because we might hit another one. And the cloud of obsidian shards just hovers around you. What do you want to do? Is Chris crashed?
Yeah, no, Chris is thinking.
Chris is thinking.
Well, I think
Yeah, mentally.
Chris,
Yeah, Chris is
I
crashed,
will,
not his computer.
Chris has crashed,
Deep
yeah.
in the tank.
I'm going to look at it all around the place, and then I am going to start. If I was a Christian, I'd be reciting Psalms.
Okay, so you start reciting
So I'm
the elements of the Quran.
yes.
Okay, certainly. Yeah. Okay.
I'm
Right.
ready that if it starts coming at me, I'm going to put middle finger to it.
Okay.
For a hot second, I thought you were going to do the thing from the Mummy where you keep switching religious symbols until you hit one that it recognizes.
Right. Okay.
Love that guy.
Agent Jones, you suddenly realised after all the panic that's been going on and the casting of the first cast of the Elder Sign and things like that, that you can hear Agent Khar reciting elements of the Quran coming from the laptop you're holding, from Agent Farmer's laptop.
Oh shit, he says, and opens it up. Opens the laptop up.
Okay, so you can hear this. You can hear Agent Khar. The video feed from the drone, which you left following Agent Khar, there's there's a sort of text message from Agent Juliet saying we're still trying to follow Khar's heat signal, but it seems to be being obscured a bit. It's very hard to follow now. There's the actual footage appears to be it's on some sort of low light or infrared setting, and you can see vague bits of what they're talking about that might be a heat source, but it all seems to be a bit obscured. Possibly like someone was in a building or under a cover or something like that, but that's...
Yeah, or thrown a tarp over themselves.
Or
something.
perhaps are being swarmed by a bunch of reflective objects that are bouncing heat all over
Yeah,
the
there's that
place.
possibility. I'm sure
I mean,
was considered
there
it.
is that possibility. I mean,
What are the
seems
odds? What are the odds?
unlikely,
Then?
Yeah, that couldn't be that. That'd be weird.
well, it sounds like Pink's just made that suggestion, so make me a sand check, please.
Oh, okay, good. Um, let's see. Do sand check. I fail.
You lose a point of sand. So that thought process is sort of, oh yes, that cost you a point of sand. Okay. Right. And right. So what are the rest of you doing? So you can now hear and you stand there probably for about 30 seconds, and Khar is just reciting the Quran. The feed seems to be unchanged. What do you want to do?
Can we not communicate with Khar? Like, can
Khar-
we talk to him? Do we have his?
Yes, you
Does
do.
he have his hippies? So,
Where
I don't know who has control of the. I think it's Jones that has control of the thing at the comms at the moment. But I just go ask him where he is.
Yeah, if the open the laptop back up.
No.
presumably, 'cause
Jones already,
oh, no.
Jones already opened the
Oh, that's
laptop back
right.
up.
Yeah, that's right.
So, Jones, are you going to talk to Khar then?
It can do. I mean, we can also probably open it up to everybody's comms. I don't see why we'd have to limit it.
Okay. And who would like to speak to?
Where are you,
Khar.
man? What's going on?
There you go, Sandman.
You hear that in your ear,
man.
Khar?
Pause in what I'm saying and say, I'm not 100% sure.
Have you
We
got
know
any
where you
luck?
are.
I'm still in the city somewhere. I mean, Nineveh somewhere.
We've got drone eyes on you. We know where you are.
Okay, so you can see it then.
See what?
It's here.
What if-
Oh shit!
I
Go-
knew that look. I like snap my fingers.
Right.
I knew
So at that point,
terrifying thing was.
at that point, please, Farmer, Sandman, Hawk, and
Yeah.
Jones all please make me sand checks.
Okay.
why
wanna.
yada?
On.
I knew that looked oddly
Jones, that doesn't
terrifying.
surprise you. Doesn't cost you any sand. You'd figure that one out. Hawk, you lose 2 points of sand.
Oh my goodness!
With that
The
little
rolls
shock-
get worse.
Shocking. So Farmer, you pass, so you're fine. Sandman, you lose a point.
Whittling away slowly.
Hemorrhaging fucking
0.5
sand.
point.
Right. Okay.
Can I?
So
can
it's
I
right
turn
here.
to Jones and say, "Can you do that thing you did through the computer?" Walk him through it.
Almost
Strap
certainly
in,
not. Almost certainly
strap
not.
in, kids. It's about to get digital.
Sorry, Hawk's
That
losing
would
her
be-
fucking
That would
mind.
be super great if you could, but I got 100%. I'm not
Just-
entirely sure.
We can take down.
Yeah, Agent
Take
Khar,
down-
repeat these words after me.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Just
So-
program an
So-
AI to recite the litanies of faith.
But we're not ready to take this thing on, are we? I mean, it's the middle of the night.
If we don't do
you know,
anything, he's gone.
we
Well,
haven't.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Sam.
but it,
That's probably the way. Contact. It's 10 feet from me, completely surrounding me. It's going up as high as I can see. There are thousands upon thousands of pieces of it fitting in and out of the darkness. I don't know why it's hesitating. It already eviscerated 3 people behind me.
Ask it what it wants.
That's a
I
good
have a
idea.
plan.
Take a step to the edge,
And
see
what
if
it
it
is.
moves with you.
All right. First of all, I'll take a step and see if it adjusts its position with me.
Okay. You take a step, so you're in closer. It backs off a little bit. It seems to be staying surrounding you, and it stays hovering surrounding you.
Okay. I'll say, what do you want? Good idea, talking to it.
What language are you speaking?
I'll start in English, then that did occur to me. I'll then go through them, probably starting with...
No. So what language? So you said English first.
Yes.
It's very hard to see because of the darkness. So, but some of the shards move around and seem to form a word in the air, and they form the word "wait,"
Okay.
as in
Don't like that.
W-A-I-T.
Yeah. Okay. I
Yes,
don't
it
like
spells
that
it in
either.
English. Okay.
Okay, so it's asking me to wait. This doesn't seem a good idea, but I don't have much choice in the matter here. The
Can I
cloud is
contact
sufficiently dense.
Juliet?
Yeah,
Does she have control of the drone?
yeah.
Can I ask her to zoom out so we can see if there's anything approaching? Any other heat signatures approaching where Khar is right now?
She says immediately, yes, there is. And you see it on your screen. There
Coming
is
from the house.
a single heat source approaching from the direction of the shaft.
He's
Khar,
That's
you've
good.
got inbound.
We got
Andy.
Hellfire missiles
Okay.
on the drone.
Because honestly, what about now directing Hellfire? I'll speak in code, so that I can't easily be understood. But the code is suggest a Hellfire on my position is probably wise at this point.
Yeah, so I'm gonna immediately get on the horn with
We had this discussion not 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
They won't authorize it. It'll take forever to get it sorted.
Better still, a JDAM.
I'm just gonna call for any sort of ordinance that we can get. Whatever we can get permission for.
Actually,
Right.
I think I'm in the middle. I am actually in the middle of Nineveh, so I don't think you're going to get anything.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Right. Sorry,
Andy, did
Bruce,
we
you
ever
were trying to
sort
ask
out exactly what we were going to do? Because we kind of went to sort of the city, I think, less prepared, if you like, than I think we should have been. So
have a potential extraction plan for Khar from the mass of obsidian.
Yeah. Okay.
So
did we have an understanding about how we were? I can't remember what the ritual was or what we decided on.
You've
how
learned.
we were
You've
deal
learned.
with this creature.
You've learned the elder sign, and
Yeah.
Khar was trying to learn closing the breach. And that has not yet been successful on that.
Has he tried it?
No, he's not yet successfully learned.
I haven't successfully learned it yet.
So he's got to the point where he's game mechanics wise, he's trying to fail sand checks to learn it, and kept succeeding in the sand checks, which is not what you want to do.
It feels like trying to rescue him is an all or nothing kind of situation. If we fail, we're all going to die.
So what's Pink's idea for
creative?
So my plan involves 3 people. Well, maybe even just 2 people, just to ensure that we have some survivors who make it back to report. But we have... How can you make the elder sign, since you can draw it in the air, can you make it bigger? Say, oh, I don't know, the size of your average riot shield? Like, you don't have to actually put it on a riot shield. Just, can you draw it around that size in front of you? Because what I'm thinking is we use that to push our way through to Khar, grab Khar, use it to push our way back out. We have one or maybe both of the shooters as like flank protection, basically.
Yeah, so we can do that. It kind of creates a bubble, doesn't it, Andy? Where it can't approach.
Yeah, it can't approach within a certain distance of it. it can be permanently inscribed on a surface.
Okay, then let's rip a door off
But-
of one
but
of
that-
these
Yeah, no.
fronts.
That takes time. That
put
takes
it on
time.
the vehicle.
Mm.
Put it on the
Yeah.
vehicle and drive the vehicle there, and then bundle him into the back, assuming he's not in many pieces.
It does take time, though, as
Yeah.
Andy did just say.
Yeah, that takes time. Okay,
Time that we don't have.
you're discussing plans as you watch this figure get
We're
closer.
still driving towards sort of the other side of the riverbank.
So you've got in the vehicles and are driving, are you? I thought you were still. Are you?
We hadn't
Sorry.
specified. Yeah.
We hadn't said that we were driving. I want to be driving.
Oh, sorry.
but obviously...
So right. Okay. Rewind then. Apologies because I may have skipped over that. So you've got the feed coming through. You can see this figure approaching. Are you getting up and getting into the vehicles and starting to drive?
I
That's
think
what
so.
I would
Yeah.
suggest.
Once we see the approaching,
Okay.
like the second approaching heat signature, I think that
So
is.
are you staying in vehicles as before? So Hawk is driving vehicle 1 now with just Pink in it, and Sandman is driving vehicle 2 with Farmer and Jones in it.
I believe that is the arrangement. Yes.
Okay.
I think that's still the arrangement.
Can we request that the ones with whatever one Jones is in goes first, so that should we start
Yeah.
seeing a black cloud, he can be the front vehicle doing the wafty wizard shit, and we can tell.
Yeah,
behind.
I think that's a good idea. Yeah. We'll have Jones in the lead vehicle. Jones, do you want to be in the bed of the vehicle or do you want to be in the cab? Because I can ride in the bed if you want to be in the cab.
The most armored bit.
Okay, then we'll put you in the cab next to. We'll put you in the cab next to Hawk, and then I'll sit in the bed.
I mean, I guess it's going to make huge amounts of difference. But we also have to bear in mind that this Elder Sign sigil in the air is not like it's like a temporary thing. It's kind of like it's going to last
Better
for
than nothing.
Keep
doing
seconds, minutes, I don't know, whatever. But
How many times can you do it?
until I go insane or just collapse.
I didn't know it made you go insane.
I'm losing a point of sanity and 2 points of willpower every time.
Hawk is saying that out loud, like not in a meta sense. Hawk doesn't understand that. It makes you go insane. Yeah.
No, I was saying it in a meta sense, but yeah.
Yeah. I understand that in a meta sense.
Just for reference,
it comes at a cost.
That lasted for about 20 seconds. That first one you drew.
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay.
Good to know.
And which direction are you driving?
I believe the plan was to drive to the point across the river from where Khar was.
So do you mean here?
Or
are you coming up some of the alleys here? Khar, right, you can actually see Khar is about here.
Okay, then I think we are gonna try and hook. Yeah, we're gonna try and hook like. Let me get the ruler out. Oh. Yeah, we'll hook down this road and then hook in.
Okay.
As you can see, there's kind of a trail road right here.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see it, but there's a dirt track right here that I think would be our turn.
Yep. Okay. Right. So you start driving out and you start going down the main road here. Okay. As the figure come on the laptop, and sorry, who's got the laptop now? Has it been given back to Farmer, or has Jones still got it?
I think Jones still has it. Jones is in the I guess Jones
I haven't given it up. Like nobody's taken it, and I haven't given it up.
To be honest, I would have taken it if he had a chance to actually say anything.
You both,
fair enough.
So, apologies, Tom. You're both in the same vehicle, so Farmer's got the laptop back. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're looking at that, and you can see that the second figure starts to get close, and it starts to become a bit obscured as well, as its heat signature seems to be sort of masked by something. And then Agent Khar.
Yep.
In front of you, you see the obsidian shards seem to part as a figure approaches. Okay. Now the figure, it's someone you've seen before.
All right.
It's the guard from the shaft,
Okay.
and he looks absolutely terrified. Before, he rather arrogantly said about how the Lord of War will. I think he actually said the Lord of War will skin you alive, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And he now looks absolutely terrified, and almost slightly manic. And as I say, the shards all sort of move apart, and then the two of you end up face to face. And the man speaks to you in Arabic, and obviously this is all coming through on Farmer's laptop. And very nervously he says, "The Lord of War, sorry, the Father of War. Sorry, wrong. The Father of War. He he wishes to make you an offer. You can either submit and become his vassal, or you can die. Which do you choose?"
Which do you think I should choose?
Which do you choose? I don't know. Become his vassal. Become his vassal.
And
He wishes
then
you.
what?
He wishes to know who you are. You have spoken in a different language. You said to me that you were from the religious police. He wishes to know who you are.
Well, he's not going to find out like that, is he?
He says, "What do you mean?" Just to add a character, he seems to be pausing, like he's listening. And then
Yeah.
he says, like,
My character will be better at this than I am. I want to get some insights into its state of mind, if mind's the correct word, by interacting with this thing, which is why I'm trying
Okay.
to say things that are a little bit obtuse.
"Go on."
I guess you should stare into the abyss when you're about to die.
Go on. So what
As
is,
much information as possible, but I think probably, yeah, I won't say that.
so what else do you want to say
That's
then?
fair.
Where's he come from? Where would he take me?
He says, "Are you important?" He can make you a man of importance. He has need of servants now that he has returned to this world.
See,
He was.
I don't know what happened with you guys, do I? So, right. I don't think I can acquiesce to that response, to that request.
We're on our way because your phone's still active.
You've still got an earpiece in, so you can. So you remember, you can give him. You can tell Khar
Yeah.
stuff.
We're on
Yeah,
our
we
way.
would have
Okay,
said
so they're
we're
on their
our
way. So he says that. I was just about to say screw you, but
Screw you
when
again,
he said,
that's
when he
right.
said they're on their way, I told them to run away. Right. Well, I'm a person of some significance already. I don't quite see what a creature entity such as this can offer me that I don't have access to already.
He says he can offer you great power, servants, women, whatever you desire, boys, whatever you desire.
Right. Probably. Laugh in its face.
keep stalling.
It
What?
has no concept. Has this thing not been watching the Lord of War, not been watching the war around it? Shimmering pieces of obsidian? Has it not seen what the infidel drop from the sky every day? Pieces of what can this thing do?
Sorry, your connection just went funny then, Chris. Did you say that last line
Sorry
again,
about
please?
that. What can this thing do?
It is
How can it do anything?
the Father of War says he wishes for more followers, more Sons of War.
Sons of War will do it no good. Tell it more Sons of War will do it no good, whatever it does.
Will you
Then I'm going to possibly
join?
I'm then going to try and confuse the issues by saying I'm going to take a wild guess. Now this thing's supposed to be from ancient Assyria, isn't it? Is that right?
That's what you've read, yeah.
Which is the appropriate language?
Arcadian, I think.
Excellent. I will then say then say in Arcadian that it simply doesn't understand the power that exists in this world.
The Father of War wishes to know how you know that language. Who are you?
Laugh and say in Aramaic. I know all languages. Then rave a bit. I'm going to speak in tongues. I'm going to just rip through every language I know.
Okay.
You're not insignificant.
I'm loving this.
Right. What's your persuade skill?
Tactics. My persuade skill is not bad actually. Persuade.
I'm just
76.
imagining the actor that's playing your character chewing the scenery right now.
76. Yeah.
Yes.
Could you give me a persuade check at -20?
Bamboozle the god.
Oh, failure for heaven's sake.
And a fumble.
And a fumble for that matter.
Man.
Well, that
Right.
is a
So
shame.
well.
I saw you smirking.
Oh, that would have been really funny too.
That would have been so good.
That would have been glorious.
The man pauses again and says, "The Father of War says that you lie. You are not a god like he is. You speak many tongues, but you are not a god. He is a god."
I was a god. Did it say it was a god? I say to him. I probably fumbled this. I probably
No.
The
He says that the Father of War is our God. He is a god, manifest on earth. He says he has returned. He was kept for many years away by. I don't understand the word he is saying to me.
Pat him on the shoulder and say, I think you need to revisit your imam and talk about what gods can and can't do. Paltry god that gets trapped for aeons somewhere else.
Right. I'm gonna. Okay. So the rest of you. Right. So what are you guys doing? So you're you've driven down here. Down the road here, then you're going to try this track across, and okay. So lead vehicle is Hawk and Pink. Sorry, which is the lead vehicle? Sorry, the lead vehicle is Sandman, Farmer, and Jones. Apologies, yeah. So, can the three of you? What are your alertness skills? I think it is. Yeah, alertness, please.
Just roll it. I'll tell you. 51.
42.
Can you all please roll alertness?
Mm-hmm.
Any modifiers?
Nope.
Cool. Let me just.
Ooh.
So you're failing to see. You're sort of
black cloud.
A black cloud and a black night.
Yeah, that's it. Right. Farmer, can you give me a navigate check, please?
Sure.
And then can Hawk and Pink, what are your alertness skills, please?
60.
Any bonus because I'm got the computer with the drone?
No, you're getting a dice roll because of it.
Okay.
51.
Are you the lead driver, Farmer?
Right now, my screen says failure, 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 fumble. We're doing this is good work, everybody.
I know, it's real bad.
So Farmer has not managed to navigate to the right place. and then
Nope.
I can hear this engine noises in the distance somewhere driving around me.
I'm the other
you
one,
do,
aren't I?
yes.
Oh, no,
You
but
start
I'm
to
not the
hear
lead
engine
vehicle.
noises. Pink and Hawk. Sorry, someone said got 60.
That would be me. Yes.
Right. Okay. So Hawk, don't worry about dice roll because Pink has spotted the sort of black cloud. You spot it. The others seem to have missed it. They've missed
Got
a
it.
turn that would have taken them towards it.
Wish I
Follow up.
didn't, but I got it.
Can we
Right.
radio to them?
Yeah.
Slam it into reverse and go back.
Who's driving at the present
back.
moment? Is who's
I thought it was me.
yeah, Sandman is
Yeah.
driving. Yeah. Okay. So you start
Yeah,
reversing up. Okay. Khar. The
If that fumble finished me, Andy, then that's like, you know.
No.
I've had a lot of dice rolls to try and get out of this situation.
No.
I've failed every single one of them so far. I've fumbled one as well, so it's a bit frustrating. But in terms of breaks, I do know what this game is. If I'm dead, then I'm dead.
I know. I think how I can even kayfabe in universe how my alertness picked it up because I have the thermal scope. So I see that
Oh,
same
that makes sense.
refraction pattern as I saw on the thermal imaging from the thing, and
Yep.
was like, that way.
Yep, certainly. Right.
Anyway, I will continue on this same line as implying that the Lord of War, Lord Father of War, is misunderstanding everything that it sees, and that I never. Where did it think I was? Maybe you thought this is what I was going for, but I never said that I was going. I was a god.
No,
I'm
no,
merely a
it's
man.
not. It's interpretation.
Yeah,
which is
okay.
potentially an interesting insight.
They should be hearing this. They should be picking up a recording of me saying it.
They're hearing both sides of the conversation. Yep. So, the guard says to you, after another pause, says, "The Father of War says, will you submit and serve, or do you choose to die?"
I will not submit and serve. I do not choose to die. There are always more choices than that. The Father of War needs to learn. What will the Father of War do with 10,000 men? Is that how many he wants? How many men does the 10th Father of War need?
Give me a persuade check at -40.
Yeah.
Look, it worked last time.
Yeah, against the space plans.
Nope. God, I'm rolling badly.
Fucking hell. The dice rolls is.
I mean, really?
I mean,
seriously,
some of these are getting very difficult. But
failure, fumble, failure, fumble.
I mean, actually, this is quite
That's
impressive.
my screen.
Yeah. Right.
So far, all the way so far since last. God, I've got one success and I've panned all the way up. Nick was the last person to get a success on a sanity check.
Right.
Right.
Sandman.
Still going miserably badly.
Sandman backs up. Are Hawk and Pink becoming the lead vehicle, or are you stopping to let the others go in front? What are you doing, Hawk?
Can Pink direct them if they're still the lead vehicle and he's keeping an eye out for this thing? Can they still?
He can try to, yeah.
Feasibly. Okay. Is it easier for us just to be the lead vehicle?
It will be quicker.
Because time is of the essence.
It will be quicker.
Yeah, we're the lead vehicle.
Okay.
Yep.
So
as they shoot past the turn, we just turn.
Yeah, and then
we're like, follow us.
And then they start backing up. Yeah. Okay. Right. And as you start to get approach, you can see a cloud, and you can actually start to see these two figures talking. It's quite blocked, and it's.
Guys, I'm not sure you can help. Go away.
And
right, we've got a wizard.
You can see that there are all these shards surrounding them, or shards surrounding the car and this other man, and you see Khar just as all of the shards rush towards Khar and start enveloping him.
Jones, do you think?
And
it's got like a range of about 10 meters. This thing.
If we can see them, then we've got to be within that range.
With
we
the
can
range
see
of an
these
RPG
people.
7.
Mate, if we were in 10 meters range, I'd be casting it already.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way I wouldn't have that thing up in the air. Like, I'm not
Does it
taking
follow
another
you?
hit.
Like if
Are
you're
we
like if we're
in range to
traveling
an
and you
RPG
do it,
7?
does it not follow the car? Like because you've cast it, or does it stay in one fixed point in space?
You're asking meta questions, which I am ill-equipped to answer.
Yeah. All right. So lessons for next time. We put the Elder Sign on the hood of every vehicle.
Right. As I said, the shards
It comes at a cost.
come in and start to tear and slice the skin off Khar's body, and Khar screams.
I hope I get the opportunity to at least swear at it.
Make me a sand check.
Andy, are we close enough to cast the Elder Sign at it? At this...
That's 30 points.
You could try the Elder Sign, yes.
Oh my god, I made it.
First one of the
I think that would be a good idea before he's completely turned into sashimi.
No, I think I just about turned into sashimi.
Right. You lose
I think my oh god.
5 points of san, which will be a temporary insanity.
Okay.
Cast the spell. Grab him, run. We've got 20 seconds.
And I think the
We don't even stop. We just grab him from the car.
right.
Run over that.
As in bull bars on the front of 4, right? Grabbing Agent Khar all the way through.
Yeah.
Right. Hawk and Pink, give me sand checks, please.
On it.
I don't wanna.
Success.
Woo!
Right. You see it start to slice Agent Khar to pieces, and you take a point of san each. Then the
What prosaic matter? How many hit point damage do I take?
we'll come to that in a sec.
4d10 or something.
And then the second vehicle starts to get closer. You guys also, please, make me sand checks. So Jones, Farmer, and Sandman, please. Oh, so Jones, seeing what's happening to Khar, costs you 7 points of san.
Bro.
7.
7.
Right, I've hit my break point.
Yep. Sandman, you also lose 7. Farmer, you just lose 1.
Uh-oh, your driver has gone batty.
Point written.
You right. So both both Jones and Sandman are affected by temporary insanity, and you're terrified. You wish to flee. So Sandman turns the Humvee, the technical around, and just starts backing up,
Handbrake turn and then floor it and get out of there.
Getting out of there. And Jones, casting that spell is the furthest thing from your mind. You're terrified. You're too terrified to cast the spell.
And I try and snap them out of it because I'm stuck in between these two geniuses.
Yeah, these two gibbering.
I'm literally
in
sitting
here.
in the middle.
Right.
I shall threaten you with immediate death if you slightly involve yourself in my driving. I will slice you up.
You can give me a
Don't touch
Hounds
me.
on the left of me,
touch
Jokers on the
me.
right.
I like that's how Sandman's craziness manifests. Just the wheels.
Right. Give me Farmer. Give me a persuade check. This is not instantaneous, though, just to be clear. Right. So, Pink and Hawk. Something's happened in the other vehicle. They just turn around and start driving away.
Sandman, what are you doing? Turn around! We need to get him out of there!
Get out of here, man! It's all toast. He's toast. Get out of here.
You see Agent Khar.
We can calm it.
You see Agent Khar collapse as a bloody pulp, as his skin and clothes and so on fall from his body.
I'm not looking. We're
No,
going in the other direction. We're going in the other direction. I'm not looking. I can't afford to lose any more sanity.
Pink and Hawk, what do you wish to do?
I turn the
Can I
vehicle
just
around.
see that and go, sod it, floor it. I'm going as with you.
Drive as fucking fast as I can, man.
As soon as that happens, as soon as
I hear the vehicles.
Hawk starts.
You don't hear anything.
turning-
You're dead, mate.
No, I hear the vehicles going away and die satisfied that you've made it.
Right.
As we're turning away, though, I go on comms. Pink to HQ, agent down. Repeat, agent down.
Right. Hawk, you're focusing on driving. Pink, you're on the radio. Hawk, give me an alertness check.
Me.
Okay. Pink, you use the radio. Sorry, Sandman, where are you driving?
I'm heading back across the way we came, back onto the road, just getting the hell out of Dodge. Head south.
Right, okay. Yeah, south off the bottom of the map we have on screen. Okay, yeah, it's fine. Hawk, you can see where they're going. And as you come to turn onto this main road, yeah, Hawk and Pink, you suddenly realise that you're not alone. There is a cloud of obsidian shards following you.
Ah, shit.
How far ahead is Farmer's car? Sorry, Sandman. Sandman.
It's a race now. Which car can get to the front?
Probably
I
a
wasn't
good
thinking that, but yeah.
probably a good 100 meters. Can I have drive
meters.
checks, please, from Hawk
No.
and Sandman, please?
Yeah,
Sorry, apologies. What are your drive skills? Sorry, what are your drive skills?
30.
So, a check from Hawk, please.
44.
A check from you as well, please.
Cool, fumble.
Uh-oh.
Right, you're having trouble making pace, Sandman. Hawk, you as you're turning, you catch a bit of old rock wall and smack the car quite badly, and come to a stop, and the obsidian shards get closer. You then start driving again. Give me another drive check, please.
Can I? Is there a chance to turn off somewhere? So we're on a different road, going a different direction.
Absolutely.
Cool. I say to Pink, I'm gonna try and lead it somewhere else. Can't let it get the wizard. So we'll drive off somewhere else. Drive check, yeah.
Yeah, please.
Oh,
Yep. I just say Roger Wilco and rack the slide on my AK.
Cool.
Okay.
Take a quarter too hard.
It's getting closer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right. Farmer, you start to try and as you're driving, you're trying to calm down Jones and Sandman, and you made a successful persuade, didn't you?
Yeah.
And after a minute or so, they're still wanting to get out of here. They still want to flee, but they're more in. You've talked them down a little. They're more in control of their actions.
Yeah.
And all three of you note that you're. I mean, you've. All three of you note that you've. That the other vehicle is not following you anymore.
Get on the radio immediately. So, where are you? Where are you? What are you doing? Where are you going?
Sorry, guys. Had to take a detour. I was getting a little hungry. Saw a kebab stand. We're gonna take a turn off. Had some unpleasant followers too. Wanted to break them off your tail.
Yeah, we got gum on our shoe. Just
You
get back.
fuckwits.
It's all right.
Agent
We appreciate it.
Agent Juliet comes onto your. Actually, sorry, no. It'll come through as a message. Sorry, on the laptop. And she's message from her says, "I've rerouted the drone to follow Khar, to follow Hawk and Pink."
Are they outside Nineveh?
Yes, you could, and you can see drone footage of them going down a different, going down a road. They're driving down. They're on a smaller road with much more sort of houses around and so on.
Can you get weapons release on that drone? It's outside Nineveh. God damn it, we're dropping airstrikes in the middle of this goddamn town. Why can't we airstrike to help our guys out?
Someone in that vehicle needs to give me a bureaucracy check.
What, in Sandman's vehicle?
Yeah, at -20.
Bureaucracy. I've got a total of 30.
I think
What, with the
Sandman's
-20?
No, that's before the -20.
Well, I've got 40 before the -20.
It's not going to be me. It's not my fault.
Sorry,
Sam.
apologies.
Telling you.
It's either a bureaucracy or a military science. Military's.
I'll go for that. That's
I've
right
got
up my
military
street.
science land at 50, and I believe
got a
Sandman's got
60
it
on
at
that.
60.
So yeah, military science land can be used as well.
There you go.
So we've got two people there, with one with 50, 51, and one with 60.
Sandman just succeeded, even with the minus on
Yeah.
it. He still succeeds.
Right. Okay.
Is there any chance that
Green
if we
Berets are
turned
good
off,
at coordinating fire support.
can we go down more towards this building over here? Just two birds, one stone sort of situation. Can we? Little no.
Is the RPG in our truck?
Yes. Oh, no, it's an R truck.
Yeah.
Because I was
shame.
thinking about snapping a pot shot at it on my way by, just as a little FU before I die.
Right. Hang on a sec.
You know how they get the fresh meat for the kebab stand, right?
No. Obsidian shards.
We're about to be the kebab stand. Like,
So it's halal.
oh, go ahead. This will be
Right.
interesting.
The can I have another drive check from Hawk, please? You unfortunately you've gone a different way from towards that building. You can't, and also it's not that quick to get for the actual
Travel. Yeah.
right. It's really seriously closing on you now. Okay.
I take a deep breath, and then I open the door and tuck and roll out of the vehicle.
So the question is he sacrificing himself or is he sacrificing you?
Well,
Question.
You'll never know.
we could really confuse it because now it's got a slower target, but I'll start blasting my horse. Oh, I'm noisy.
Can it not just like divide itself in two?
Right.
Oh shit! It can just divide itself in two. We're
Give them
fucking
ideas.
idiots.
You don't
Right.
have to be thinking clearly.
Looney Tunes out
Right.
here.
Can I have
I
an
thought you
athletics
passed
check
your
from
stand
Pink,
test.
please?
Yeah, absolutely.
I
Booyah.
think that's gone well.
Uh,
It's at least in line with
That's
everything
a
else.
3-point landing.
you time it at one of the points where Hawk appears to be struggling with the gear stick or stuff, and the car slows a bit. So you roll out the vehicle, taking no damage,
I
and
shout at him. Fucking idiot!
and then what is Pink doing? What is Hawk doing?
Well,
driving.
as like I stand up and I just shout back, "Pararescue saves lives, and this is my last one." And I rack the slide on my AK, and I get ready to face this thing down.
Okay, what is Hawk doing?
I mean, the only thing in my control at the moment is driving, so I can
You're good.
just
Yep.
keep driving. Is there any way that I can ask for Juliet or Stewart or whoever's on like drone thing to kind of help me navigate so they can give me like some kind of advantage on my drive checks?
Okay.
Because my drive checks are balls.
Okay.
So just basically navigate me out.
You call Steward on your mobile phone, stick it on the speaker, and then she starts yelling instructions at you. You can make another drive check at +20, please.
Do I know what Sandman has requested about that strike?
Yep.
Okay. I update them with what Thingy's done, with what Pink's done.
Sorry. On the feed that coming through the farmer's laptop, a message comes out that says it looks like someone has bailed out of the other vehicle, and they're about to be engulfed. Right. You can have a bit of a shot first if you want.
Well, I'm gonna hold my IR beacon up high and say, "Call strike on my position!"
Okay. So you get overwhelmed by all these shards.
Fluttering.
Start slicing your flesh apart, and slicing bits off you, and
I feel like the TV spot
in
for
manga
this show was
comics
in the
speak.
thrilling conclusion to Delta Green as everybody gets
Yeah.
ripped to pieces.
Andy, in manga comic speak, it's probably slish with just like a foam.
Slish.
appearing.
Slish. Oh,
Right.
I don't like that word.
I need to take a sanity check just from hearing that word.
From that word, yeah.
Agent,
failed.
Agent Pink, can I have a sand check, please?
Absolutely. Failure.
Okay. It starts skinning you alive, and you use 13 points of sand.
Well,
Jesus
it's not like that's
Christ.
gonna matter
No,
anyway, but I hit breaking point.
The loss of your sand isn't the biggest problem right now. I discovered that the hard way.
As your skin
Andy.
is peeled from your body, and the AK fires and so on before your
as
your
my
hand
muscles spasm, yeah.
and then interestingly enough, whether it can or can't, it appears that the cloud of obsidian stays in one mass, shredding Pink. And the color pink as well.
Indeed,
probably appears a lot.
All according to Keikaku.
Wow.
As in Hawk's rear view mirror, as you're struggling again with your driving, you've gone to make a turn, and you're just making that turn, as in the rear view there is an almighty explosion, as some form of ordnance, you're not entirely sure what, explodes on the middle of a Mosul street, taking out a number of houses around it, and you're able to drive off and escape.
Yeah, as I'm being shredded, I am just, since I've completely lost my marbles at this point, I am just laughing mad. I'm laughing mad as the strike comes in and incinerates me in fire.
I would suggest
what part of that scene do we arrive at?
No, you've got
we were
a totally different route.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Apologies. Yeah.
Yep. There is drone footage that you can watch later if you wish to lose some sanity.
If you wish to lose some sanity.
Yeah, well, believe me, I need to go and work out later the effects on Juliet and Stewart who are watching the drone footage. In fact, actually, Farmer. No, there won't. It won't be enough. There won't be enough. But Farmer, you do. Sorry, in all seriousness, you do see the drone footage. You see it stays on whoever bailed out. So you see the heat signature from them, and then they get engulfed, and the sort of heat signature goes a bit sort of fuzzy as you observed before with Khar, and then there's an almighty explosion that probably knocks out the cameras for a second or so on the drone as some sort of ordnance hits.
Cool. I do want to be watching the footage for what happens after the explosion sucks back in on itself.
Everything is hot. Nothing appears to be being masked in the same way, but then it's a different kind of heat because there's sort of bits burning and things like that.
Well, and obsidian's very heat resistant and absorbent.
I was also going to say, can I switch out of the IR so I can actually see? Because there's now light on the scene where the fires are burning. So I want to see if any obsidian shards are around.
Okay, that's some serious zooming, but the camera on the drone would be capable of that.
Yeah, just get some movement.
Okay. Zooming in, what's your... I actually think that would be...
Computer science is 62.
What's your search skill?
42.
No, actually, that's enough. Yeah, okay. You zoom in, and you can see a number of shards on the edge that appear to be caught by the periphery of the explosion, and then you do see some shards on the floor on the road.
Okay.
And that appear to be blown a distance away by the explosion.
Is there any movement from them whatsoever?
You watch for a minute. There isn't.
Ooh,
do you want to leave the drone watching that?
Yes and no. Finds the truck. Actually, just put it over the radio. Okay. Who's on the truck? Who's still driving?
So that comes across your radio, Hawk.
I am.
So Pink is now being Fox.
I am lay dead.
This is an in-character conversation.
Yeah. So Pink is Fox.
Oh, sorry.
Right. Fuck it. Right, we just need to get back together again. Let's get back together again. So there's nothing else moving. The shards aren't moving at the moment.
I'm not stopping until I can get somewhere where we can get home.
Yeah. So
right.
I'll
run a navigate roll for a rendezvous.
Right. I know we're a few minutes early, but I think that is a good place to pause that.
Yeah.
and then next week we could start with some sort of extraction. Next session.
Yeah.
Getting the four of you out. Well, actually, possibly starting getting you together. Because bear in mind, Hawk is disguised to look like a man, but you've been rushing around. I mean, who knows if that disguise is still going to hold up to any form of scrutiny?
Yeah.
And
he's probably gone by now.
Second, Chris.
That false moustache I put on you is probably gone by now.
Yeah. Depends how good it is. I mean,
it's gonna at the
fine.
worst possible moment. That's when you fumble
Spirit
your like
gum. We
persuade
just need
check
spirit
to
gum.
convince someone that you're a
Yeah.
man. When you fumble,
just
that's the
falls off.
mustache. Like it just kind of droops to one side.
Okay. I think, but we'll pause it there and then we'll reconvene. So, thank you for anyone watching. I hope you enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun in that session.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yay.
I apologise
As
for killing
well.
two PCs, but hey, this is Delta
That's Delta
Green.
Green.
Yeah.
I give you.
Okay, but thanks. There will be another episode
Okay,
at some point soon. Thanks for now.
Okay.
Goodbye for now.
Till then,
Bye.
have a good
Bye.
Christmas.
Bye.
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 Yeah, good Christmas.